Everyone, welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria, and this is Palmistry. I hope you're enjoying your holiday. I'm enjoying mine. Okay, we wrap up our discussion of the Heartline, I think today, but we'll see. We still have tomorrow for another day. So we get started. All right, I think we're all set to go. Now, as you see here, double heart line. And the only thing you need to do, if you're new to the channel, you're looking at your hand, in the palm of the hand, to see if you can relate. What you see in your palm relates to anything we cover. You're learning about the hand. You're learning to perhaps read palms yourself, whether it's a very small degree or more advanced. Okay, so back to the lesson. Here we have a double heart line, two lines. I gave you straight lines because they're running straight across. All right. When you see two heart lines, this will increase the emotional sensitivity and complexity of your emotional choices or your emotional behavior. The appearance of two separate lines suggests duality in the person's nature or in their needs, and increases the importance of the line. And that has reference to perhaps two lifestyles or two jobs, and there's no relationship to each one of them. But this is rare. To find two heart lines is rare. You do see it if you study palms or someone is aware of what's in their hand, then you might see something that calls your attention there. So that's the double heart lines, duality in your needs. Okay, moving on to our next one. All right, now I brought this out just to make sure we're clear, because we had this one before. And I wanted to be sure I'm not confusing you. All right, we're talking about this one today. This is a curved line sending a hook. This is the hook, like branch down. It's a branch, really, but it's like a hook. It's like it wants to connect to something below. It doesn't touch the something. It just seems to want to head toward it. In this case, it's heading toward the head line. All right? So what does that mean? It shows that the person that has this hook coming from the heart line, confused about their sexuality. They're not sure whether they prefer the opposite sex or someone of their same sex, to put it very boldly to you. This is also like a choice between freedom and closeness in this challenge that the person is rumbling through their heart. And pointed here, it's like telling the mind, I have an issue here that needs to be cleared. So remember, you are yourself. You make your own choices and be proud of it. All right. So in this one, the line itself curves, and this shows insecurity. It could be jealousy included in this. They perhaps sometimes when people don't think well of themselves, they tend to grab when there's no need to. But it's a psychological thing that's going on here. Okay, so that's a heart line curving, going like it wants to go down. Okay, I just put that there for clarification. Okay, let's move on to our next one. Now I have two different examples here. Here is the heart line. The lines that go above are rising lines because they're going up, and these seem to be sloping lines. Sloping lines. And in the meaning here, this is like making an effort. You're trying hard. It's always positive. This one, sloping down, this feeling loss. Well, let me give you a little more information. For the rising lines, lines that rise out of another, and they're coming from the heart line, indicates making an effort to succeed or to branch out. The longer the line, the greater the energy to change your circumstances and the greater your expectations of success and accomplishment. There are numerous rising lines, and you'll find them particularly rising out of the lifeline. And if you do have them as you're looking at it, it shows ambition, purpose, and success. Okay, so that's what we have for the rising line. Let's go over to the sloping line. Sloping line. So when we have sloping lines, this gives a feeling of loss or despondency. Courage is needed to move on. Also, it is a feeling of holding on to past hurts. Continuous review of what happened emotionally in your previous years. So this is like looking back, feeling lost. This is positive. Making the effort, going forward. All right? So many of us have those lines. So check to see if you see them on your palm. Moving on. Now we have a short heart line. I purposely gave you one that's not so strong. And then the important line here is this one. This is a branch hanging over where the heart line usually is. So what does that mean? That's like an additional line above the end, and it always appears above the end. You don't see it over here. If it's over here, it's something else, but over here. This can be seen as putting on an acceptable face, a professional social persona, if it's on your right hand, or covering up or cautiously guarding your emotions, if it's on your left hand. I'll repeat this. This can be seen as putting on an acceptable face, a professional social persona look. That's when it's on the right hand. Or covering up or cautiously guarding your emotion when it's on the left hand. It is usually a self-protective mask created to keep others at a distance and avoid being vulnerable. With this, there's always more to us than meets the eye. So this may be more common than one might think. Yeah, we see it a lot. Okay, so we're leaving this. And I didn't tell you about the Humanitarian, so I want to add the Humanitarian on here. All right, that's when the line just cuts straight across from one end to another. It won't be a curved line, it's always a straight line. This line is found on those of us who put other matters before our relationships. Often we are considered humanitarians because of our understanding of suffering and inequality. But some of us prefer to love the human race rather than individuals. Some of us enjoy socializing, but put our work needs before love, earning us the tag, he or she is a workaholic. Also described as very possessive and blind to the real nature of their partner. So that's the Humanitarian. Okay, I'll sit this over here. We have seconds left, and I want you to just show you the timeline of the heart line. Accuracy is questionable. So I don't put much faith in it. Some people may or may not. It's a matter of choice. But it starts 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. You really need another line to match the timeline that will give this more credence. Okay, so that's it. And that would be the fate line, which is one of the more important ones besides the lifeline. And believe it or not, the Apollo line. So that's how it is. Okay? We'll be seeing that again when I put them all together. All right, I hope you found this interesting. So that ends our discussion of the Heartline, and we will be going straight toward the Fate Line tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. I really hope you're enjoying yourselves, your holiday. Well, take care, love yourself, love and light. Bye.